Welcome ladies, Benjamin Selby-Hele here, your resident leadership and lifestyle coach. Now, today it's all about nutrition once again. It's our favourite time of the week because I know how much we all love healthy food, but it can be extremely challenging changing from unhealthy food to healthy food. So today's video, what I promise, by the end of today's video, you will have some easy nutrition tricks that you can apply in order to reduce your weight fast and just to eat healthier. So even if your focus isn't to lose weight, these are really great tricks and tips that you can apply that are going to allow you to have a really healthy and nutritious lifestyle that you can pass down onto your kids and share with other people in your family, even if it's just your partner. So if we don't change the way that we eat, if we don't apply these tricks, then you get what you've always got. If you do the same thing over and over again, then the result's the same. So nothing changes. If you're stuck on a particular weight, then it doesn't drop. The weight won't drop if you're not changing anything. So you've got to remember, change whilst uncomfortable is necessary in order for you to change. It's pretty funny when you think about it because not a lot of people think about it like that. But in order to change, you've got to change your actions. So it's about changing little actions. On the flip side of that, if we apply these tricks and these tips, then it's a big impact. There's a big impact on your nutrition. And not only that, as I mentioned before, it influences your family's habits, your partner's habits, and it allows you to build more momentum. Momentum's so important when you're trying to implement lifestyle change, because momentum is what allows you to get further and further ahead and make more inroads. So I just want you to think for a moment, why is this important for you? Why is it important for you to change your nutrition and make it healthier than what it already is? Just think for a moment and put it down in your journal and keep that thought at the forefront of your mind for the duration of this video. But let's get into the principles, or the tricks rather. So our first trick, nice and simple, cut the bread, pasta and rice. Now, you can cut it out completely, but especially cut it out in the evening. If you do enjoy bread, pasta or rice, or one of them, have them earlier on in the day. So your breakfast, your morning snack or your lunch, but nothing after lunch. Cut those things out of your evening meal and just watch the weight drip off you. It will literally fall off you. All right, trick number two, swap potato for sweet potato. This was one that I commonly get asked. Sweet potato is so much more beneficial for you than what potato is. And it's higher on that glycemic index, so it burns a lot slower than what potatoes do. So get that sweet potato in and make that swap. But again, ideally keep that to earlier on in the day. But if you're having it at dinner, that's fine as well if you're just in a maintenance sort of program. The third trick, cut that cheeky little spoonful of sugar in your tea or coffee. If you're having 1, 2, 3, 4 cups of tea or coffee throughout the day, that's additional sugar. That's in excess of 4 spoonfuls of sugar that your body just simply doesn't need. And it's the worst type. It's just that white processed garbage. And it'll make it that much harder for your body to function optimally. And then lastly, focus on the 5-2 mentality. So if you're trying to eliminate sweets or you're trying to eliminate alcohol from your nutritional plan, focus on having 5 alcohol-free days, so Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday you can enjoy a glass of wine, a few beers or what have you, and likewise with your sweets. If you've got a sweet tooth, if you love chocolate for instance, focus on going chocolate-free for 5 days and then enjoying it on the weekend. If you can be more good than you are naughty, you're going to get those results, and it's really going to set a great precedent for your kids as well moving forward. So how do we implement this? Well, it's pretty simple. I've already sort of told you, but in order to find replacements, we'll look at the bread, pasta and rice first. Buy things like quinoa or lentils or beans or chickpeas. Use those things because they're a lot more filling but more beneficial for you, and they've got higher proportions of protein. Use them instead of your bread, pasta and rice. So it's an easy swap. For our second trick, only buy sweet potato. If you don't have potatoes on hand to use, then you can't use them. So only buy sweet potato. I suppose that's one that can run through all of it. If you've got vices, simply don't buy the vices. Out of sight, out of mind. If you've only stocked your pantry with good food that sits in line with how you want to eat, then that's all you've got to choose. So even if you overeat, you're still eating the good stuff. Secondly, in regards to the sugars, if you do like those sweeteners and it's tough to take the sugar out of your coffee or your tea, then get the non-processed and non-refined sweeteners, the natural sweeteners. So things like stevia are really great, or use perhaps honey. Again, they've got more calories, or agave nectar. They've got calories, but stevia doesn't. So I'll let you decide, but replace them with those natural sweeteners as opposed to the highly processed and refined. And then lastly, in order to avoid alcohol and those lollies or those biscuits or that ice cream that you enjoy through the week, just simply don't buy it, as I mentioned before. Out of sight, out of mind. So there you have it. I want you to think about how much your life would change and how much better and healthier your family, yourself, or your partner could be if you apply these simple strategies along with your already existing nutritional plan. Just think for a moment what sort of an impact that would have. It is amazingly profound. So remember, we want to eliminate the bread, pasta and rice in total if we can, but if not, at least at night. Switch from normal potato to sweet potato. Remember to eliminate that cheeky little teaspoon of sugar in your coffee or your tea. It'll make a dramatic difference. And then the 5-2 mentality. So 5 days without alcohol or your lollies or your vice, and then 2 days with it on the weekend. With that being said, ensure that you keep focusing on your process, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. And I'll see you in the next episode.